Today I'll be unboxing and explaining a little bit about the new Gradia Plus system from GC America. The kit in particular that I'd like to talk about, which pertains to what I do in my laboratory, is the gum shade set and what that entails, what's in it, and what you get when you get that kit, and a little bit about the application. First off, that would mean for cases where you're going to be adding Gradia to a processed denture or a printed denture or a milled denture, and also the same for if you had a printed or milled pmma temporary that you're going to characterize. Okay, so this is strictly for what they say the pink. Okay, so let's just open it up and see what we get for the kit. I've already opened one up, so I'm just going to take you through it. You get a nice manual, comes in many different languages, step by step on how to use the products. And whenever you get anything from GC, it's always nicely packaged and gives you a lot of ancillary stuff to work with, so you don't really once you've gotten the kit, you don't really have to get much more. The kit comes with opaques. You get a opaque base, you get an opaque GO1 and a GO2. These products would be used if you're going to opaque out metal, or even if you're going to create a pink canvas in which to build on top of white. So you get 3 tubes, the base, which is like a bright white, and then you get 2 levels of pink. I'll just put them to the side. Then you get, which I think is the really cool stuff, is you get 3 tubes of the light body. Okay, and the light bodies are really a nice, unique change from the heavy bodies, which would be that type of material which is almost stiff and gummy, whereas this is more of a gel. Your learning curve for how to manipulate the product is much easier using light body products. Here, I'll take one and just open it to show you, but the light body, like I say, it's in a tube and it's gel. Okay, and that's easy to manipulate. I mean, you can literally use a brush to do it. And it has the same properties basically as your heavy bodies do, same 3 shades. So you get 3 tubes of that. Let me show you what those shades look like. Okay. So what you get, and what I've done here is you can buy these shade makers. What I did here was I made up the colors so you could see exactly what you have here. So GO1 and GO2, as I said before, there are 2 different shades of opaque. One is lighter, one is darker. What I always tell people is that whatever you're going to opaque, keep in mind whatever you're going to overlay on it, and try to get as close as you can to the overlay color as you can with the opaque. In other words, if you have a lighter overlay, use the 1, and if it's a darker overlay, use 2. Then, like I just mentioned, you have your Gradia light bodies, the GLBs, and you get 1, 2, and 3. And those are the same as heavy bodies, except they are, as I said before, they are gel. Okay? And very easy, by the way, to manipulate, as I said. We'll be exploring this in the course that I'll be giving at GC America. Then you get a heavy body. You get a heavy body, the GHB2. It's the same shade as the GLB2, except it's in a form like this, which is stiff, and you have to move it around with instruments. Okay, nothing wrong with it, it's just a different way of applicating the product to your acrylic. Okay, so you get a GHB, that's that one there, and then you get a couple of luster paints. You'll get, and luster paints are the way I explain it is luster paints are a step above the Optiglaze color in the fact that they come out rather intense, as I show here, and you can dissipate them. In other words, I always felt that for pink application, the Optiglaze colors were a bit too translucent. These are less translucent unless you take and you thin them out. And the cool thing is that you also get a diluting liquid, which helps you dilute it out so that you can, as I show here, start at a stronger concentration, and then you can work them out until they're thin and a little bit more transparent. One of the things I like to tell people is that the luster paints are more tissue friendly in look. In other words, in the Optiglaze color kit we had red and blue, but they were red, they were blue. These are more like bright red, which actually has a more vascular red to it. The violet, which has a more vascular look to it. Lavender, same thing, gives you tissue depth. And blues and violets. You've got a nice range, and they're all much, like I say, they're much more. They look much more like vascularity. Anyways, in the kit, you'll get the bright red and the violet. If you are a person who is doing build-ups and you just want to add a little bit of highlight, and you've already got your contour in acrylic, they're excellent products, and you can get those colorized in no time flat, and with a nicer looking vascularity to it. Again, we'll be exploring these kind of things in the course that I'll be giving at GC America August 16th and 17th. You also, like I say, you get some luster paint diluting liquid, which will allow you to dilute them out. And by the way, don't be shy, you can mix these colors up to get your own type of character, vascular character, using those. Okay, so you'll also get that, and then you get some clears. You'll get a luster paint clear, which you can add to the luster paint colors, again to give it dimensionality, to lessen the effect. It's almost a diluting factor in itself, and it also puts on a nice shine, or a nice clear coat, I should say. And then you also get the Gradia light body clear, and the same basic thing. It's light bodied, it's clear, and you can use that along with your light bodied colors, and you can de-intensify them a bit. You can use it to mix the colors together into, so it's almost like a suspension media. It's the same product. Okay, so in the kit so far we've gotten 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Got 11 tubes of product, which I kind of just briefly went over. You also get the diluting liquid, the luster paint diluting liquid. Something I would recommend if you're going to be doing, and you probably will, be doing any kind of pmma, acrylics, or any kind of printed stuff, is that I would get myself a bottle of the GC acrylic primer. In the past, when we primed acrylics, we aerobrated and we added the composite primer, which was a standard product in the kit. We also used it to mix colors and so forth. This Gradia Plus kit actually has specific products to do specific things, which is what I really dig, and they do it better. So you've got the Gradia Plus, like I said, the luster paint diluting liquid for diluting your luster paints. But as I was alluding to, you should also go out and get yourself, separate from the kit, an acrylic primer. And what this product does is it treats the surface after you've aerobrated, and it's specifically used for the application of Gradia Plus to pmma. Okay, so pick yourself up a bottle of that. Also in the kit, while I'm on the kit, or I should be on the kit, you get a vast variety of tips, a bunch, 5 I think here and 5 there, different sizes, and those tips go on the applicators, and that way it's much easier to apply the material in a controlled fashion. And again, as I always tell people, Use a light hand with this stuff. You don't need to do huge buildups. If you've done a good cut back on your PMMA, or if you have the contours readily in place, you're basically highlighting them. Okay. So anyways, you get all these tips, and you get all of these brushes. You get two. You get a flat brush and a pointy brush, or a round brush. You get 10 each of those. You get the handles. Again, just a nice kit. It's got everything in it that you could possibly want to get rolling right off the bat. Also, you get a mixing spatula for mixing on, oh yeah, the pads they provide. Okay. And you also get a bunch of little mixing trays. These little white trays for putting your different colors in there and applying them. A lot of people maybe aren't aware of what this is used for, but this comes in the kit also. And what it would be is if you filled up your wells with material and you're applying in between cures, you would just drop that over the top of the colors, and that prevents the light, the ambient light from around the room, from starting to set the material up. And you know, whenever I have a chance, I always stick it on top of the material. And if you have it on the pad, you can do it on the pad as well. But that comes with the kit, which again, you know, GC's making sure that you have everything you need to get rolling in one kit. Before, we'd have to kind of specify to you which products I can recommend for a certain application situation, and then you'd have to buy those products basically separate. Here's a kit that basically complements what you want to do, and everything is there for what you need to get rolling. And again, a couple little ancillary products. You probably want to pick up a few more colors. You only get 2 colors with this kit. You may want to pick up a couple other colors in the luster paint, but this is a great starter kit, and you can already start producing appliances with this, colorizing your products with this right out of the box. So again, just a little walkthrough on what you can expect from the Gradia Plus paint kit for pink. Okay, and it's the gum shade set. It's available through your dealer. It's from GC America. Give it a whirl. And again, if you're interested in knowing further about this, I will be giving some videos and courses. The one course specifically, it's removable prosthetics, basics and beyond. I'll be giving that course at GC America August 16th and 17th at the GC Education Center in Alsip, Illinois. There's still some seats available, and we'll be doing contour waxing on day 1 and talking about setups and immediate dentures and implant bars, all kinds of good stuff like that. And then on the second day, we'll be taking acrylic prosthetics, whatever you've brought. I'll actually have a few of these laying there too if you want to colorize white, and we'll go through how contour and color relate to each other in a natural fashion, and how you really don't have to be real strong-handed with it to get a great result. Okay, so I'll have other things to talk about further on down the line about the Gradia Plus, but I thought this would be a good way to get started. Talk to you later.